Over the last 80 years, there have been many messed up moments in Marvel and DC Comics. And recently, I've been exploring some of the most depraved and messed up moments in YouTube Shorts. And in this video, we're going to be compiling all of the shorts that I've put together so far of the most messed up moments in comics that'll make you say, "Hey yo, what the fuck?" New shorts are released daily, so check them out. Now hit like and subscribe and let's get into this. Comic book moments that made us go, "Hey yo, what the fuck?" Part 1. This man right here is Marcus Immortus, and you can see he's carrying Carol Danvers, back when she was Miss Marvel. Marcus Immortus is the future son of a version of Kang the Conqueror. And in the Avengers, he hooks up with Captain Marvel. But it gets a lot worse. Because you see, he was trapped in limbo, and when he hooked up with her, she got pregnant. With him. Yeah, that's right. This man forcibly impregnated Miss Marvel with a version of himself so he could be born outside of limbo and carry on as normal. What the heck, Marvel? Let me know if you want to see more messed up comic book moments. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Messed up moments in comics that made us go, "Hey yo, what the fuck?" Part 2. This is Old Man Logan, which many of us are familiar with the 2017 film. However, that film left out a very key character, that being Bruce Banner, the Hulk. In this comic, he's really not like he is in the MCU. In fact, this version of the Hulk did one of the most despicable things in comics. That being, having all of these evil children, known as the Hulk Gang. But who did he have them with? The only person that would be able to withstand his gamma radiation. That, unfortunately, being She-Hulk, his own cousin. Ugh. Like and subscribe for more messed up comic book moments. Moments in comics that'll make you say, "Hey yo, what the fuck?" Part 3. This is Kyle Rayner. He is one of the most popular Green Lanterns in modern history. And this is Kyle's girlfriend, Alexandra DeWitt. She was introduced in the comics back in 1994, but unfortunately, she was only in 6 issues. Before, she was basically used as a plot device. This is where the messed up part comes in. Because Kyle Rayner comes home one day and finds her dismembered and stuffed in a fridge. Good lord. The worst part is, none of this even happened on the page. This all happened off screen. Like and subscribe for more messed up moments in comics. Messed up moments in comics that made us go, "Hey yo, what the fuck?" Part 4. At this point, most of us are familiar with the Scarlet Witch. However, how many of us are actually familiar with the Ultimate Universe version of the character? The Ultimate Universe was created to give new readers a better entry point into comics without having to read decades of backlog. However, they used this to make things a little more edgy. And not in a good way. We all knew that there was a good family relationship between Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. However, in the Ultimate Universe, it's a little more intense than that. In a discussion between Captain America and Wasp, they basically confirm they're hooking up. What in the Alabama is this? Wolverine here even catches them in the act. This is gross. Like and subscribe for more messed up stories and comics. Messed up moments in comics that made us go, "Hey yo, what the fuck?" Part 5. Back in the early 2000s, Marvel introduced the Ultimate Universe, where they would give new backstories and origins to different characters in their universe. That way, they made it a little easier for new readers. One of the revamped characters they brought back was Wasp. We all know Wasp from the MCU. However, the Ultimate Universe has one of the most disturbing moments in this character's history. Now, I want you to remember, this is one of the founding members of the Avengers. And they end up killing her off in the Ultimate Universe. But how they do it is the messed up part. She gets eaten alive by the Blob. You know, from the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Ugh. And as you can see here, it was pretty brutal. And don't worry, because he got the absolute crap stomped out of him. Like and subscribe for more messed up comic book moments. Messed up moments in comics that'll make you say, "Hey yo, what the fuck?" Part 6. We are all familiar with the Joker, considering he's been around for 80 years at this point. But he's done some really messed up stuff. And today we're going to be talking about that time he cut off his own face. In the New 52 Batman run, Joker was fighting Batman and he cut his own freaking face off and nailed it to a wall. What makes it even worse is he goes back, gets the cut-up face, staples it back to his own body. Oh my god. And you might think, oh, that's messed up. He's wearing his own face reattached to his body. He wasn't the only one. They also introduced a character called the Joker's daughter, not really related, who also wears his face. Like and subscribe for more. Moments in comics that made us go,
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Part 7. Us are familiar with Batgirl, Batman's trusty sidekick, besides Robin, who's been around since 1967. However, even though this femme fatale has been one of the biggest crime fighters on Batman's side, she's no stranger to controversy. This all ties back to one of the most successful and popular one-shots in Batman history, that being The Killing Joke. And as you can see here, this is where one of the darkest moments in Barbara Gordon's history comes into play. Joker shows up at her door as she's celebrating with her father, Commissioner Gordon, and you can see here, he, without warning, shoots her in the stomach, paralyzing her from now on. But it doesn't stop there, because after this, Joker takes a ton of inappropriate photos and makes Commissioner Gordon have to witness this. On the bright side, after all of this, Barbara Gordon became Oracle and is now Batman's guy in the chair. Like and subscribe for more messed up comic book moments. Messed up moments in comics that'll make you go,
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Part 8. This is Spider-Man's first girlfriend, Gwen Stacy, and she caused more damage to Spider-Man than any villain ever could. After the death of her father, George Stacy, pictured here, she ended up skipping town. In fact, she skipped the country and went to Paris. While she was there, she ran into somebody who we all recognize. That would be Norman Osborn, otherwise known as the Green Goblin. They end up hooking up. It is much, much worse than that, because not only did they kiss, they, went all the way, if you catch my drift. And how did Spider-Man find out? Oh, of course, easy. You see these two people here who just beat the crap out of Spider-Man? That's Gwen and Norman's kids. Due to the Goblin's altered genetics, they grew incredibly quickly, and Norman brainwashed them into thinking that Spider-Man was their dad, and he killed their mom. Well, that last part's technically true. And the worst part is, MJ knew all along. Didn't say anything before. Like and subscribe for more. Messed up moments in comics that made us go,
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Part 9. I'm sure all of us out here are very familiar with Spider-Man. His most recent solo film made almost $2 billion. But did you know in 1984, Marvel, along with the National Committee for the Prevention of Child Abuse, got together and made a one-shot where we meet this smug piece of crap. His name is Skip. You will hate him. In this one-shot, Skip gives a child Peter Parker some adult material. He then goes on to physically abuse Peter, if you know what I mean. And unfortunately, the child Peter Parker was too afraid to leave. This is insanely dark, considering Spider-Man is one of the most popular characters for children. But unfortunately, it goes to show that not even superheroes are safe from abuse. Like and subscribe for more messed up moments in comics. Messed up moments in comics that made us go,
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Part 10. Now I know we're all familiar with Batman, and his one rule right here that you can see from Dark Knight Returns. That being not using firearms, and to a lesser extent, not taking people out, if you catch my drift. However, that wasn't always the case, because as you can see here, in the early days, Batman encountered a vampire and shot him in his sleep. Don't worry, it gets much worse, because in another instance, Batman encounters a mental patient right here, who he loops around the neck with a metal wire and hangs from the bat plane. By the way, this was issue number 1, and the coldest part about all of this, he says it's probably better off this way. Dang, Batman. Batman's literally been breaking that rule since day 1. Like and subscribe for more. Messed up moments in comics that made us go,
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Part 11. This is Lois Lane, Superman's girlfriend. I'm pretty sure we're all familiar with her. She's been a staple of DC Comics for decades at this point. Now, what people may think is controversial is that one issue in 1970, she turned herself black. Really? Although people may think this is controversial nowadays, Lois actually had an alright reason to do it. Lois was trying to write a story about the black experience in Metropolis, but one problem with that, no one would talk to her. So of course she went to Superman for help, and apparently he had a machine that would turn her African American for a day. Because why wouldn't he? But as you can see here, although it was only for a short time, she was able to actually get a better look into what it would be like living in someone else's shoes. Although this might be considered to be poor taste nowadays, we could all learn a lesson or two from this. Like and subscribe for more. Messed up moments in comics that made us go,
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Part 12. This is Jubilee from the X-Men. You might recognize her from the iconic intro to the 90s X-Men cartoon. However, in 2003, one of the most messed up things in comics happened to her. During an arc in the comics called Holy War, a group of humans create the Church of Humanity, and they straight up crucify her. Good lord. But don't worry, friends. It gets even crazier. They go ahead and crucify multiple other young mutants all on the front lawn of the Xavier Institute. You know, the X-Men's headquarters. You might be asking, what was the Church of Humanity's end game here? Simple, actually. They had the only obvious end goal. Make Nightcrawler the Pope. What? Don't see how these things are correlated, but alright. Leave a like and subscribe for more messed up moments in comics. Messed up moments in comics that made us go,
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Part 13. All familiar with Wolverine from the X-Men comics, cartoons, and movies. We also know that his entire skeleton is coated in adamantium, which is why he has the metal claws. But that's actually led to some horrific imagery, such as when he fought the Punisher, giving us this. Ugh. But one of the most truly terrifying moments actually came from an encounter he had with Magneto, otherwise known as the Master of Magnetism. You might be thinking to yourself, Magneto, that's kind of a silly name. Until you realize, he literally has control of all things metal. What else is made out of metal? Oh yeah, that's right. Wolverine's entire skeleton. Honestly, I don't know why they ever send Wolverine out against Magneto, considering this is probably going to happen like 90% of the time, if he ever remembers it. And it's truly a really messed up moment in comics. Like and subscribe for more. Messed up moments in comics that made us go,
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Part 14. Canary. She's been in DC Comics since 1947. Traditionally, she's been with Green Arrow, Oliver Queen. However, in this issue of All-Star Batman, written by Frank Miller and drawn by Jim Lee, things take a turn. Because you see, there were a group of thugs trying to steal some bleach from a Gotham City dock. So Batman lights them on fire. Then, as they're literally burning alive behind him, she makes her move. Batman and Black Canary end up hooking up on the dock while these people are still burning alive. And they want their masks on. You know, something tells me that Frank Miller really has it out for Oliver Queen. I mean, considering this and in Dark Knight Returns where he loses an arm, my man just can't catch a break. Our hearts go out to you, Ollie. Like and subscribe for more messed up moments in comics. Messed up moments in comics that made us say,
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Part 15. This is Craven the Hunter, and you might recognize him from the upcoming movie Craven the Hunter, or Craven the Animal Rights Activist, but that's a story for another time. Craven is one of the biggest hunters in the Marvel Universe, and he's basically hunted every large sport there is. Except for now he's after Spider-Man. And in this arc titled Craven's Last Hunt, he gets the ultimate victory. Craven beats the crap out of Spider-Man, buries him alive, he ends up taking Spider-Man's black suit, becoming Spider-Man temporarily, tracks down a cannibal that Spider-Man needed Captain America's help to fight, and solos him. Then once Peter's finally free from being buried alive, he tracks Craven down, and Craven doesn't put up a fight, because he knows he already won. With nothing else to prove and nothing else to live for, he takes himself out. Yeah, I don't think that the Craven movie's gonna end this way. Like and subscribe for more messed up moments in comics. Messed up moments in comics that made us go,
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Part 16. In X-Men comics, we have the Phoenix Force, which is a cosmic power source that can corrupt the spirit and mind of different characters, as seen in here with Jean Grey turning into Dark Phoenix. And in the comics, the Phoenix Force ends up binding itself to Cyclops, Scott Summers. It gives him incredible power, but also slowly starts corrupting his mind. You can even see Cyclops with the power of the Phoenix here on the cover of Avengers vs. X-Men. But everything started coming to a head when Charles Xavier, Professor X himself, tried to stop Scott. Corrupted by the Phoenix Force, he ends up going against his own friend and takes out Professor X, fully becoming Dark Phoenix, which honestly is just messed up considering Professor X is basically a father figure to him. Like and subscribe for more messed up moments in comics. Messed up moments in comics that made us go,
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Part 17. After the comic book event Civil War, one of the most shocking and tragic deaths happened in comics. That being the death of Captain America. After everything that went on in Civil War, he was taken out by a sniper. Or that's what they wanted you to think. Because you see, it turns out that Marvel's version of truth, justice, and the American way was taken out by a friend. even though Steve was actually hit by a sniper, and that sniper was actually the villain Crossbones, pictured here, or you might actually recognize him from his MCU appearance here. The person who actually dealt the final blow was Sharon Carter, or the Power Broker from the MCU. Weird title, but alright. As you can see right here, she reaches down and shoots Steve in the stomach, killing him, which is just awful. I mean, she was technically brainwashed, so it's not really her fault, but still, she killed America. Like and subscribe for more messed up moments. Messed up moments in comics that made us go,
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Part 18. We're all familiar with the Joker and some of the most twisted things he's done, like cutting off his own face and beating a teenager like he owed him 3 months' rent. But one of the most messed up things the Joker has done was skinning a man alive and making him do a sexy dance. What the heck is wrong with comics sometimes? Don't get me wrong, the Joker's done some crazy stuff, and I want to know what the heck is wrong with the people who come up with this. Like, honestly, seriously, whoever came up with this idea, seek help. Like and subscribe for more messed up moments in comics. Messed up moments in comics that made us go,
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Part 19. This is Talia al Ghul. In the comics, she ends up having a son with Batman. You may be familiar with him. His name is Damian Wayne. But did you know, just like Jason Todd before him, he was taken out. Yeah, Damian was actually killed by this person right here, known as the Heretic. It's actually pretty messed up when you think about it, considering Damian was the only child of Bruce. I mean, I guess you can count all of the other Robins, so I guess I should say biological child? And as you can see here, Batman is visibly distraught at the thought of losing another Robin, and this one being his only son. But what makes this even more messed up is the fact that the person who killed him was actually a clone of himself. Slightly aged up, of course, but still. This whole thing is crazy. It's even crazier the fact that he comes back with superpowers. That's a story for another time. Like and subscribe for more. Messed up moments in comics that made us go,
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Part 20. If I said Captain Marvel, you'd probably think of somebody like this, or maybe even the live-action version. However, I'm actually talking about the original Captain Marvel from Marvel, not DC. That's right, before Carol Danvers, we had Marvel. This messed up moment is actually how he died. Okay, so, you know, a superhero, cosmic being, you think that he'd probably perished fighting a supervillain. No, not at all. In fact, this superpowered being passed away from cancer. Good lord. As it turns out, the original Captain Marvel, contracted cancer from a deadly nerve gas. This is one of the most messed up moments in comics, considering it's one of the most realistic deaths that the comic book characters ever had. At least he was with all of his friends and family. Like and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe for more. I post YouTube shorts about messed up moments in comics every single morning, so go ahead and keep an eye out for them. If you'd like to see more from me, go ahead and click here or here. New full-length videos are released every week, so go ahead and keep an eye out. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.